You are at Lake Rant, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus pages want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for Kuiper, who says, Rant topic, Full Metal Panic Fumoffu. So as you may know, I recently rewatched this show because of the fact of the Kyoto Animation studio being burned down. I was going to do a long series where I was just going to talk about each of their shows. Maybe I still will. I have no idea. I just didn't want to feel like I was taking advantage of the tragedy to, to have videos that would get automatically more views just by being KyoAni tributes. But nonetheless, Full Metal Panic Fumoffu, revisiting it, really fucking good show. It was, honestly, it held up better than I even expected it to. And I think it's just because of the way that the show is written, where it's a straight comedy show. It's a situational comedy show with half-length episodes for the most part, like episodes comprised of two halves basically, and each one, tells like a complete story. They are driven by like an actual plot, an actual situation that they're trying to get to the end of, that just kind of goes out off the rails or out of control, or is just portrayed in a really funny way. And just the comedic timing is always on point. The animation is really incredible. Character designs look great. Yeah, I mean, you see some of the seeds being sown here of the directors who worked on Dragon Maid, who unfortunately is dead now. But yeah, I mean, overall, even if you've never seen any Full Metal Panic, I would encourage you to watch this. I watched it with May. She loved it. She's never seen anything about Full Metal Panic. And I could barely remember like what a lot of the roles of like the side characters were who show up later into the show. But it's fine. It's understandable even without seeing it, and it's fucking hilarious. I would go into more depth, but it's already been a little while since I watched it all the way through, and like there was a lot of little things I wanted to notate in order to make a video. One fun thing that happened is we were looking at the credits, because we're watching it in Japanese, of course, but we were watching DVD rips, and in the credits we noticed that Vic Mignogna and Monica Rial are both in the show. And there's a scene where Vic Mignogna is a man in a horse mask who's like basically supposed to be a rapist in context, but he actually is just like obsessed with ponytails and just giving girls ponytails. But he assaults a girl who's voiced by Monica Rial, and just seeing that was, big if true. I don't know what that means in this context, but that's how I felt about it. Anyways, yeah, really funny show. Highly recommended going back and watching. Respect the greats and all. It's the first TV anime that KyoAni ever did, and they fucking knocked it out of the park right off the bat. So, also, Kaname Chidori. High tier waifu, top tier waifu. She should not have disappeared from the public consciousness the way that she has. I think she was fairly popular in the early 2000s, but she's more or less been forgotten by modern anime fandom. So bring back Kaname Chidori. I want to see her being celebrated alongside all the other greats. And Sosuke, who's one of the funniest fucking main characters of any comedy series, I think. It's almost hard for me to talk about this show just because I take a lot of it for granted. It's one of those things where I watched this way the fuck back in like 2007, so like, the basic ideas of the plot and characters are stuff I've appreciated for a long time, but like the general fish out of water comedy of Sosuke being this military, child soldier who's now having to attend regular high school and protect, a regular high school girl by comparison, is fucking hilarious. And it always works. And, yeah, great fucking shit.